What's going on, everybody? Resale Rabbit here. If you're new to the channel, my name is John and I'm a professional reseller. I make a living buying items from thrift stores, garage sales, all the way to full semi-trucks full of overstock, customer returns, and even complete estates. My staff and I work really hard to sell tens of thousands of items per year out of our 16,000 square foot warehouse here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Some items are sold online, places like eBay, Amazon, Walmart, so on and so forth. Some items get sold to the highest bidder on our website, TitletownAuctions.com. And 5 times a year, we open to the public for a big warehouse sale where everything's the same price and the price drops every day. So in this video, we are going to go to every single Goodwill NCW location. Now, for those of you who don't know, Goodwill is split up into franchises all around the country, usually in regions across the state. Here in Wisconsin, we have 4 of them, I think. We've got Milwaukee, which is bundled with Chicago. We've got Madison, which is their own. We've got NCW, which is Green Bay, the Fox Valley, and central Wisconsin. And then we've got, I think Upper Michigan has a couple of stores here in Wisconsin as well. And actually, the Minneapolis Twin Cities area has 2 or 3 stores too here. Well, we're just doing the NCW locations. 27 stores. Follow along. We're going to hit them all. And boy, Wisconsin's a big state. It's a lot of driving. First find, not great margins, cost 10. It's a birdhouse that looks like a fire helmet. One sold on eBay recently for 25 bucks plus 16 shipping. This is brand new. There's no price tag on it. One sold used for 25 plus shipping. One's listed new for 50 plus shipping. So we'll find out what the price is. This is also brand new, $50 price, 6 bucks, but it's only selling for $20 shipped on eBay. Pass. We got a Sunjoe charger. Pink is half off, so it's 4 bucks. Selling for about 20, but I'm actually going to keep this because I like to keep one charger for every single type of battery. That way we can use it for testing when we get Sunjoe products. So I can't find this bag. It's, again, pink is half price, so it's 3 bucks. I'm gonna grab it and give it a shot for like 40 bucks on eBay. So this game from some show, 3 bucks. It is used, but I should be able to get about 25 bucks on eBay. We painted something like this for our anniversary. This was probably a child, and it looks about as good as the one I did. Okay, I'm confused. The cookie jug. So am I supposed to like put them in a blender and drink them or something? I don't get it. All you have is this little spout. Oh. And there's my daily pineapple. So it's important to look for unique pots and pans. If you see something that's a little different, it might be worth something. This one right here is the most unique pan I've ever seen. I like this snowman. It's a shame it's damaged. It got squashed. So I didn't get the food processor when they priced it. It was too much. But they gave me a pin, free pin with purchase, and it has the store name on it. It's not just Goodwill. So it makes me wonder if all of the stores have a pin, and I really want to collect them now, which may involve driving really far away because there's a couple that are a couple hours away. Okay, so here's the thing. This was supposed to be just a regular vlog video, and I was going to go to a thrift store. But when they gave me that pin, that's when I decided all the other plans out the window. We are going to every single one. We're going to try and collect every single one. So follow along. Let's see if we can do it. I'll give you a hint. The intro you saw a few minutes ago and this right now is filmed after the fact. But I'm not going to tell you what happens. You're going to have to watch. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to do today. I wasn't planning on spending the day thrifting, but why do I have the feeling today is going to turn into a thrifting day? I mean, it's already 1:45. I feel like I'm going to be thrifting all day today. I have a problem. It's an addiction, really. All right. I have a ton of work to do. I need to get back to the warehouse so I can get some work done. I have to finish up an auction that I'm doing of liquidation stuff, and that's got to kind of be finished today. So definitely need to stop thrifting. Oh, look, another Goodwill. And it's only like half an hour in the wrong direction. So yeah, we might as well hit it. First find, this is only 3 bucks, selling for about 25 on eBay. Really surprised this vintage Boy Scouts canteen isn't really worth anything. So this is 2 bucks, it's going for about 30. It's brand new, and this is a Packers toaster that actually puts the logo in your toast. If you don't know already, my other half and I own an Airbnb right by the Packers Stadium. So I think we should put that in there. It's $3. And if someone's coming to town and they're rooting for the away team, they have to eat Packers toast. They have no choice. So this thing, $2.99. It's $30 on eBay. This is also $2.99, and I cannot find anything about it on eBay. It seems like it is like a TV box, like Roku or Apple TV. It's got the Google icons and stuff. It's brand new. I think I'm gonna buy it and just see if I can get anything for it. Hey, look, I get 2 today. Anybody need 4 copies of The Blind Side on DVD? We got 2 now. I'm a sucker for this. Goodwill's probably gonna make another, couple $100 off of me just because they gave me that button at the one store that I was planning on going to. And the big thing is each store has its own pin. I wasn't sure if Oshkosh was, because there's 2 stores in Oshkosh, if they were just both gonna say Oshkosh, but that one says West, so the other one should probably say East. My big thing with merch is having locations and dates. Like, I don't know why more places don't do this. Stickers are so cheap to make. When I went to the Gaelic Storm concert the other day, I have all the stickers and stuff. I don't need any more. But if they had a sticker that said 2024 Wisconsin State Fair on it with their logo, I absolutely would have bought that. Put locations, put dates, stuff like that on your swag, and I will absolutely buy it. I went to one of those immersive art experience shows. It was Van Gogh, where it's basically just a bunch of projectors and they play music, and it's really cool. It's a little overpriced for what it is, but I still think it was worth going. And I went to the gift shop afterwards, and all they had was Van Gogh merchandise. Starry Night on a t-shirt, Starry Night on a mug, Starry Night on a blanket, Starry Night on a postcard. I don't want that. I want Beyond Van Gogh Tour 2024, and even better if you put Green Bay on it. I will buy everything you've got with that on it. So, just a little thing, if you're creating merch for an event, dates, locations, all that stuff, we want it. And that's why I'm going to every single Goodwill now, and I'm not going to have time to go to the Western ones because they're several hours away. But I think I may need to make a trip out there this weekend just for the buttons. I'm going to drive like 6 hours to these stores just for the buttons. Gotta have the buttons. I just realized the standalone donation centers might have buttons, so I sent them a message on their Facebook page. I've messaged the local Goodwill chain on Facebook before, so I know they respond. So we'll see. Because I may need to find some stuff to donate just to go get buttons if the donation centers have buttons. I have a problem. $6 for a digital camera. Usually these go for about 30. I'm not gonna look it up because there are 2 chargers for it, both OEM. And worst case, I should be able to get $10 a piece for those. And then this remote with a 50-cent price tag on it is $8. I can't believe that, but believe it or not, it's still worth buying. I spent about $15 for this remote on eBay, and it's one that I commonly use. It's not worth flipping, $8 to 15, but I'm gonna need it, so save myself the money. These used to be worth money, these monster surge protectors, but I looked these 2 up and they're like $18. $6 here, and then they're gonna be a little pricier to ship, so I think I'm gonna leave these here. So we got this Dutch oven here for $8. I've never heard of the brand Copco, but I just looked it up. This is going for about $50 or so. It's not in the greatest of condition, but it's not awful. I think I'm gonna grab it. Here's why you should always look at solds. This one, factory sealed, a whole bunch of people listed for $25. It's $3.99. I thought for sure it would be a good one. But the fact that I'm putting it on the shelf probably tells you that it's not. None of them have sold. Not a single one, new or used. And then there were 3. So this one was right next to EAA, which is a very famous like airplane festival, I guess. This one, that bridge, I believe, is on the walk around the lake, loop the lake trail. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. This is the one I just went to. I don't know what the boat significance is with that one. But it's interesting. This one just says Oshkosh. That one's Oshkosh West. All right, next store. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the buttons. That store that I was just at, she had like 3 left in her basket. Now maybe they've got more to refill it as time moves on. But I just looked up their locations because I was pretty certain the next one south is a different chain, and it is. I didn't realize this Goodwill franchise goes all the way out to the west coast of Wisconsin, like Eau Claire and Toma and all that. That's gonna be a long weekend of thrifting to hit those stores, and I'll be right by Minneapolis. I don't know. I feel like I need to get them. Maybe I can reach out to Goodwill and see if they'll send me the West Coast stores. We'll figure something out. So Goodwill just got back to me and said just the stores have it, so none of the donation centers. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm gonna tell you this because I'm alone in the car and I don't like talking to myself because I'm not a freak. Okay, I talk to myself all the time, but it's a little less weird if I'm talking to a picture of myself on my phone here. Carry on. So when they said just the stores, I replied that I'm trying to collect them all. I didn't realize you guys had stores all the way on the western part of the state. And I said, I guess it's time for a road trip. And they replied with a whole bunch of ha-ha-has and gave me the link to the locations. And I said, thank you. And they said, if you do collect them all, send us a picture and we'll make a post for you. So now I have to. I mean, there's no better. You could win the Super Bowl. You could be Taylor Swift and top of the Billboard charts until Eminem finally kicks you off. You could be the Grand Slam home run of the World Series or act in the most popular movie of the decade. But none of those levels of famous are as good as being Goodwill famous. So take that, Tom Hanks. Okay, so I figured out a plan. I glanced at the map. I'm driving, so I'm not gonna sit here and look at the map. But it looked like the furthest store away was Rice Lake. So I should be able to hit the lower half up to Rice Lake. And that's about a 4-hour drive. And then hit the upper half through Rhinelander coming back. So that's gonna be right there 8 hours of driving, plus all the in-betweens and all of the stops at the stores. So it's probably gonna be 2 days to hit all of the stores outside of the valley. I convinced Christiana, my other half, to come with me. I asked her, I said, do you want to go on a road trip? And she said, where? I said, Wisconsin. We live in Wisconsin. She did not ask for any further clarification. She said, sure. And then just to make sure she knows what she's getting herself into, I said, great, it'll be fun. We can spend 14 hours in the car, stopping once every 2 hours for a single thrift store. And she said, okay, sounds good. She's totally on board and has no idea what she's getting herself into. Oh, this is gonna be good. And we are at Menasha. Boy, Kodak sure has changed as a company. Is it bad that I really want this just to put with my camera collection? I think I'm gonna get it. Hopefully these batteries don't leak. Here's a score, $3.99. It's pink. This has been here for like a month because it's pink. So it's $2. This is about $100 on eBay. It's for a Strat bridge. I don't know guitar stuff, but it's a guitar part. This huge score right there. And I completely missed the cart. Don't you wish they were all like that? Turn $2 into $100. I'm looking to see if there are any more on the shelf here. So despite only finding two items, but one's for me, it was probably the best stop of the day. So I got my Menasha pin, and she asked me, I told her I was trying to get all of them in the state, and she asked if I wanted a Menominee one. It's the same color, so they accidentally, when they were sorting them, I don't know if it was the factory or Goodwill central headquarters, whatever, they accidentally put this in their bin. So is that cheating? This is probably one of the furthest stores away, but there's probably gonna be another store really close to it, so I may just stop at it anyways, just to say I hit them all. I just looked at the map, and Menominee has 2 other stores right next to it, so I'm gonna be there anyways. But if for some reason they run out, I've got it, or if I just am really short for time, I can skip that one. There's also 2 stores in the area where Tim, for those of you who are new to the channel, my eBay guy, the person who does all the listing and shipping for me, he just left because his wife took a job on the other side of the state. And there are 2 stores there. And I think he said they were leaving today to bring another load out there. I'm half tempted to say, hey, stop at Goodwill while you're out there. All right, let's go to the next one. Looks like the next one's the outlet store, which I haven't been to in years. And let me pull in here so I can GPS it first, because that one I don't know how to get to. I haven't been there in years. I'm not sure if they're doing it, but this is the closest store to it, so let's head over there. So I'm at the Goodwill outlet, and what the outlet is, for those of you who don't know, they just have bins full of stuff. No shelves, just bins. It's their stuff that didn't sell in the stores or overflow inventory, and they just fill up the bins, and it's sold by the pound. So it's been years since I've been here, so I don't know what the price is, you know, $1.50 a pound, something like that. And that's how they sell it. And I used to do so much at the outlet. Not this one, but when I lived in Indianapolis, they had 3 of them, and they were really good, and they swap them out like 4 times a day. So anyways, all that to say, I could spend hours in the store. I could probably there have been times where I spent literally all day, open to close, 12 hours in one Goodwill outlet, and was finding stuff all day. It's 20 to 4. I still have several stores I need to hit, so I'm gonna make it quick in here. Just find something to buy, that way I can get a pin. This is kind of cool. Cups from a whole bunch of different movies. This one's 2014, so at least that one's 10 years old. So they're doing a reset, so I'll stick around for that. Turns out they're not even doing the pins here. But I spent like 10 minutes in there and I cleaned up. Let me show you what I got. So I bought these. I'm gonna look them up individually to see if any of these are worth anything. I doubt it though, but maybe as a set I can get 10 bucks for them. This is for myself. I love Buicks. Here. There you go. I love Buick, and this hat is my style, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. For a white hat though, it's in pretty good shape, and I will be wearing that. This Beachbody set here, 20 bucks on eBay. Oh, I completely forgot I grabbed this. I didn't even look it up. So I got this too. I didn't even remember grabbing that. I got a bunch of these, I think 6 of these speakers. So it's 2, 4, 6. They're selling as a set for about 35 bucks on eBay. So 35, 70, 105 right there. I got this 0 water filter, not crazy, about 15 bucks on eBay. This little Wi-Fi thing, about 20 bucks on eBay. And these, I don't know if these are worth anything. If they are, I'll put them on eBay. If not, oh, I didn't realize his arm was broken off. Is it? I can't tell if his arm is broken off or if it's supposed to be like that. I'll do some research, but you know, worst case, I could probably put these in the auction and get 5 bucks for them. So should walk away with, let's see, it was 115 or 105. 15 makes 120. 140, and then that Wi-Fi extender makes it 160 bucks, plus a couple other odds and ends, all for only 25 bucks. I should come here more often, because that was barely spending time there. That was in and out. Also, I'm really disappointed that they don't have pins. So if anybody from Goodwill is watching, why did you leave the outlet out? Is it because out is in the name, so you have to leave it out? And also, if anyone in Goodwill is watching, the Nina store, the first one I went to, the lock on the stall in the men's room is broken. I didn't feel like telling anyone that worked there, because it's like, you know, if you're in a public bathroom and you run out of toilet paper, you don't want to tell the people who work there that it's out of toilet paper, because you don't want them to know what you're doing in there. But this is the internet, so I feel like I'm okay saying that. I was pooping, but I went into the family restroom because I wasn't going to poop in an unlocked stall. All right, we got 2 more stores in Appleton, and then we've got the 3 Green Bay stores, and that's going to be it for today. We are at Grand Chute. This is probably my second favorite store in the area. So we've got this battery-powered coffee cup here, 4 bucks. It's brand new. New, it's selling for about 70, but the box got wet. In fact, it feels like there might still be some moisture under there. Used, it's selling for 30. I feel like I can get somewhere in the middle because it is still a new item. It's made to get wet, so the water isn't hurting it, but it's definitely not a new product. I'll list it as new other for probably 45 bucks. This is kind of neat. It's a clock. Looks like a deer. But if you look, it's made out of a record. That's a unique way to repurpose them. I like that. So some honorable mentions. This vintage humidifier is brand new. This Keebler thing is brand new. Both are around 30 bucks. They're going to be a little pricier to ship, so I'm going to pass on those. Over here, I looked up this ice cream ball, selling well at about 35 bucks. Not worth it at 10. And these Nextel Cup headphones are 6 bucks each. They're selling not well, but they are selling for about 20 bucks. These ones come with the box, which is nice. If they were a little bit cheaper, or if they were selling more frequently, I'd probably grab them. While I was here doing the recap, I saw this, 4 bucks. These are usually about 50 bucks online. We got a boombox here, $5.99. Looks to be in pretty nice shape. Going for about 50 bucks on eBay. I just scored. Here, check this out. I'm back at the warehouse. Somehow I lost the clip for this. I found 3 of these on the shelf. They are extenders, range extenders for your cell network for Verizon. 2 of them are open box. Everything inside is sealed, but the box is open. One of them is still, okay, that one's open. One of them is still factory sealed, and that looks like it's going to be this one. There you go, right there. These, now I don't remember what, oh, there we go. I paid $3.99 each for them. They're selling in this condition for about 150 bucks each on eBay. I also found this. I can't figure out what it is. And Lens isn't helping, but it's Rockler. And I know Rockler is really expensive. It's 6 bucks. I'll take a gamble on it. I've got a refrigerator filter. This is an LG one. The barcode is covered, but for 3 bucks, I'm sure I can get at least 15, maybe as much as 40. And this is kind of cool. Older stuff like this I always look for. This is a sound actuated light switch. So if it hears sound, the lights turn on. Selling for about 40. $1.99 for this filter, selling for about 15. Samsung water filter, $1.99, also about 15. There's another one here, but it's just an empty box. So I'm hoping maybe I can find it loose in here somewhere. Found another one of these, but unfortunately there's only one in it. Ooh, hold on. This one feels full. I'm gonna check it, but that's 2. There we go, $5.99. It's selling for about 45. It looks like it's just a giant plastic bag that you can put in your bathtub to store water. So of all my videos, this is the one that I really think Goodwill might watch. Come on, Goodwill. You can do better than that. I am not one to complain about Goodwill prices. A lot of people have the price too high. Well, they're a fundraiser. Their goal is to get as much as they can for something. And their mission isn't to provide us inventory to sell. But when you're pricing, what, 30% over retail, especially when it's right next to the original price tag, that's a little lazy. Also, I saw a lady trying to peek into my cart. She was trying to squeeze around, and she's like, "Ooh, what's that?" Right as I was walking up to her. Here's one I've never found before. People have been talking about it for years. It's from like a movie or TV show. 99 cents, selling for about 25 bucks on eBay. More of these, but they're $1 each here. I can't really film outside because it's raining, but I'm all loaded up. I spent $54, and I'm probably gonna get $300 to $400 just on those range extenders. And I've got everything else. I wasn't keeping track in there, but probably somewhere in the range of $600. This was the best store of the day. Also, the pins are adding up here. There's Grand Shoot, the one that I just did. And my favorite part, my music started playing, so it cut off the filming. My favorite part of this is every time I go up to the cashier, they start to hand me a pin as they're asking, "Do you want a pin?" And then they see how many pins I have on my shirt and they get so excited. But also, this side of my shirt is really getting weighted down now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more stores left in this part of the state. Darboy store now. So we'll start with this game. Where's the price? $4. It's brand new, selling for about 30. Look at this, $1.99 carbon monoxide alarm. We need these at the Airbnb, and it's only 4 years old. I'll spend $2 to get 6 years out of it. That's the same model that I have at home and at work, and I want to say the cost is like 40 or 50 bucks. This cooler is really cool. I did an image search on it and found out this sells for about 40 bucks plus shipping. Inside's in decent shape. Ooh, it's even got the ice pack, but no. Oh, there's the lid for it. So I will. It's a little smelly, so I'll have to clean that out a little bit. But 8 bucks. Yeah, this one's a good one. I'm gonna get this decent sized laser cut Packers logo. I don't know if I can sell this for anything, or if I can even sell it because someone made it, but I think it's kind of cool and I might keep it myself. Should get about 70 for this VCR. The ones with these blue lines are usually pretty decent. No remote, but I've got remotes for these laying around. I was hoping to find a Green Bay flag. There's Wisconsin, but I already have one. Most of them are branches of the military, war veterans, things like that. 6 bucks, probably a good deal. I can't make anything on it, and it doesn't have the Green Bay one I'm looking for. Hey, look, there's another one. I looked this up. It's a Terry Redland mouse pad. There's someone listed at $16.99 plus shipping, but no sold, so I'm gonna pass. For those of you who don't, oh, that's cool, an EAA mug. Those of you who don't get the pineapple thing, much like the TV show Psych, where there's a pineapple in each episode, I believe there's a pineapple hidden somewhere in every day of my life. So that is it for the Fox Valley stores. We're going to Green Bay next. This one is my favorite pin so far. It's cheese. So I gathered a little bit of intel. The lady was friendly and excited to see the pins. So I asked her, how long they've been doing it, how many they have in the back. She said they started on the 8th, so like a week and a half ago. I think today's like the 14th or the 15th. So maybe a week ago they started. They're only allowed to give out 100 per day, which seems like all the stores, they probably close in an hour, and all the stores seem to have a decent amount left except for that one. So I'd assume once I'm getting into the more rural stores out west, I shouldn't have to worry about them running out throughout the day. She said she has about 8 bags left in the back. So maybe I shouldn't have a problem throughout, assuming the stores are actually sticking to that 100 per day. Every store should have 8 bags left. She said bags. I'm assuming each bag has 100. Anyways, that being the case, I'm not too worried about them running out this weekend. But I've got 6 so far. I haven't put this one on, the Menominee one, because I feel like it's cheating. I haven't been there yet. So just the ones that I've actually been to, I'm wearing. Also, change of plans. It is 6 p.m. I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting a little hungry. Now, I'm a thrifter. I could go all night, but I've got someone waiting for me at home, wondering when she should order pizza. So there's one of the Green Bay stores I was gonna hit. I'm gonna hit that this weekend, tomorrow. We're going to Manitowoc for a hot air balloon thing, so that's where we'll hit the Manitowoc store, and we'll be driving right by the East Green Bay store. So we'll do that tomorrow. I'm driving right past the Ashwaubenon store to get home, so I'll be able to hit that today, and hopefully I'll be able to hit the West Green Bay store today. I guess if I'm a little bit late, she'll understand. We're hitting the West Green Bay store, so we got 2 more today yet. Goodwill Ashwaubenon. I bet the button here is gonna be a football. This is brand new. I was not expecting this to be so cheap. It's $7.99 free shipping on eBay. They want 10, but even if it was $1, I wouldn't buy it. I'm not having any luck here. Usually DVD recorders go for big money. I thought this was gonna be a slam dunk. It's 30 bucks on eBay. So you got this water filter here. It's LG, 99 cents, going for about 16. But does this look familiar to anyone? These were at my warehouse sale. I don't know. The name doesn't look familiar on there, like it came from a customer. I don't know if I don't think we donated any of these. So I think someone bought a bunch and just donated them. But I picked these up. This is not a popular brand or anything. I got these at an auction in Georgia. So it's very unlikely these came from anywhere else. This is kind of cool. I think it's brand new. $2.99. I couldn't find any comps on eBay. It's weird to have it here in Green Bay. Like, they're not based anywhere near here, but I'm gonna give it a try on eBay. I honestly don't know what to price it at. It looks brand new though. This thing's all over the place. I thought it was a price gun at first. It was in there. all over the place on eBay. Seems to be between 30 and 40 bucks. It's $1.50, Pink's half price. Cashier didn't even offer me one. I had to grab one. It smells really good over here. Got a 5th one. No, 7th one. This one might be my favorite. It was not a football. It's, oh, this is a bad angle. There we go. Austin Straubel Airport, the tower. Now, I think that might be my favorite. The cheese one is really cool, but cheese is like a national pastime. It's not local. I mean, the cheese all comes from Wisconsin, but everybody loves cheese. But this one really is local. All right, we got one more store today. This could be a long video. Last one of the day, the old Best Buy, also known as West Side Green Bay. So I thought the last one would be a football because it's the closest to the Packers Stadium, Lambeau Field, and it wasn't. So I'm guessing this one's gonna be it because it's the closest Green Bay proper store to the stadium. This is what I need to store all my Goodwill purchases in. This is really cool. It's a lamp made out of an old insulator, and that's your switch. 10 bucks. I'm thinking about it. I think I'm gonna get it. It's handmade, so it's tough to tell price. There's a somewhat similar one listed for $125, no solds. I'm gonna do that, listed for $125, and if it doesn't sell, I'm gonna keep it, because this thing's awesome. There's profit in this. It's not as expensive as I had thought. It's worth about 50 bucks. It's 6, but this thing, it's a glass shade for a light fixture. It's gonna be very fragile, and I don't wanna ship it, so I'm gonna leave it here, but it's cool. Hey, guess what? We got another one. These are cool. I wish they had better cereals. If they had a good cereal like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I would be all over that. I would probably buy one. Oh no, which white Buick is mine? Nothing really for me here. I mean, I did get the lamp, but nothing for resale. I mean, technically I am planning on listing the lamp, but I don't think it's gonna sell. That was more of a for me purchase. And I was correct. It is a football here. I feel like a decorated officer in the Army. The first 5 were all this teal or orange color scheme. And also this one, the free one I got, was the same. But the last 3 were different colors. We had dark green, blue, and orange. Orange, I'm guessing Green Bay West High School is this color. So I'm guessing that's why they went with that one. So I just got the dreaded text. Pizza's here. So I'm gonna go home and eat. I'm going to hit the East Side store and Manitowoc tomorrow when we go to the hot air balloon thing. And then we'll hit the rest of the state Saturday this weekend. I'm excited. I'm gonna have a full shirt by the end of the day. I don't know how many stores they have. You know, I looked at the map and it had a layout of them all. I'm guessing probably like 20. Well, I mean, I've got 2, 4, 6. I've already got 8. So there's more than 20, maybe 30 or 40 stores. My shirt is gonna be very heavy by the end of this weekend. I should probably change my shirt. I mean, that's 3 days away. All right, so it's Friday. I am at Green Bay East. So this little Sony radio, $4. It's selling for about 20 to 25 on eBay. Well, that could be a problem. They are completely out of buttons. I only got the one item because we're in a bit of a rush. But I asked if it was just for today or overall, and she said they are out. Manitowoc. Got a Seinfeld lanyard here, $1.99. I don't know if it's worth anything. I'm getting this for myself. So this is brand new. It's $5.99. It's just the shoulder bag. One's listed for $85. One sold. They took an offer, but their price was $60. I think I'm gonna take a gamble on it. Maybe price it, match the $85. Success. Got one here. So look who I found.
Hey everybody.
Today is Saturday. It is National Thrift Store Day. I've got my pins on and we're ready to go. The first store is an hour and 4 minutes away.
So we're getting Starbucks.
We left an hour and 4 minutes before they open. Somebody had to get Starbucks.
Look, we had stuff to do this morning. We woke up a little bit late. I didn't wake up late, but
I was okay not going to Starbucks.
he would have been.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Wow. Well, this trip's gonna get expensive. You see him back there? There were 3 of us going the same speed, and he picked me. But nobody knew which one he was pulling over, so we were kind of playing the car shuffle on the side of the highway as he was deciding which one he wanted. He picked me.
So the reason that we're going to be late to the first Goodwill is Starbucks, or?
I was starting to make up time.
No, you weren't.
And now I can't make up time. And maybe he wouldn't have even been there if we were there 10 minutes earlier. First store of the day, Wapaka. So I have no cell signal, so I just have to go off my own knowledge. But I found this, $5.99. It's factory sealed. I'm pretty sure I've sold these used for like 50 bucks before. But that could have been a while ago. I'm gonna say probably between 50 and 100 bucks. We'll look it up later, maybe. It depends if I remember to look it up later. So I am skipping a bunch of sections in here just because we got a lot of ground to make up. So trying to get through these stores quickly. I think that's gonna be all I'm gonna find here. So let's move on to the next one. So it costs $1.32 at a $5 reward. And we got a button. It is a canoe. Hold on, I got a signal out here and something that I looked up was worth it. This right here, $7.99. It's going for about 40 to 50 bucks on eBay. I tried looking it up and it wasn't loading. And when I pulled up my phone to GPS the next Goodwill, it loaded. The other thing I bought is cheaper than I thought, about 35 bucks or so. And I forgot my wallet. Didn't get a second button though. Stevens Point. We're right about on schedule for the original schedule, but behind schedule for the new schedule. So yeah, let's go. This is kind of awesome. But I got a toothbrush here, brand new, box is open, but it's new inside. It's 8 bucks, going for about 50. These are some impressive chairs. I kind of want these for my kitchen table. They are huge. So we've also got a wearable breast pump. It's brand new. It's an Amazon brand, so I couldn't find it on eBay, but I bet I can still get 50 bucks for it. It's 6, and we've got a camera here, 6 bucks. I didn't look it up. Usually these point and shoot cameras are 30 to 50 bucks. We're gonna be in that range. It is Nikon. It's got the case, but that doesn't really add any extra value. I'm gonna grab this because it's a lighthouse and it's cool. It's not really worth much, but Noma's a good brand to look out for. So it is 8 bucks. We've also got a lighthouse puzzle. Lighthouse salt and pepper shakers. And there's the daily pineapple. And lighthouses. They're everywhere. Stevens Point. I asked the cashier, the green circle is a bike trail in town. And just a couple minutes away, we're in Plover. So first finds this amphibian camera, $5.99. I was expecting this to be a home run. It's not. It's still worth about 30 bucks. Some of those waterproof cameras can be like 200 or 300. So Plover's pin is a potato masher. It's worth noting I would probably be getting a lot more in these stores, like you saw in the earlier stores, but we're speed running this one, so we're not spending a ton of time. So the reason the pin has a potato masher is because Plover is home to the world's largest potato masher. Now we just need some giant potatoes for this thing. It's huge. Good thing Wisconsin is the 3rd largest producer of potatoes in the country.
They're better than Idaho potatoes.
Yeah, they're the best potatoes in the country, so we can have the largest potato masher.
You gotta have something to mash all those potatoes.
Wisconsin Rapids. Lighthouse thermometer at this one. So we got this, it's a tissue box. I had to do Google image search, so I stuffed it back in, but basically her dress is the tissues, the Kleenex. 4 bucks. Couldn't find this specific one, but other ones were selling for about 30. We got a battleship here, $7.99. Seems to be going for about 60 bucks on eBay. Wisconsin Rapids is cherry, and a pool billiards ball.
Oh, I thought it was a
Leaves.
Pokemon.
Oh, that could be too. I don't know. It's something. My car looks like that sometimes after a day of thrifting. We are in Marshfield. So we got a Sansui DVD recorder with a VCR. 10 bucks, worth about 60 on eBay. If I can get a remote for it, I could probably get more. I might have one laying around. Hopefully it works. These are hit or miss. I'd say 70% chance it works. I always look up barcode scanners when you see them. Unfortunately, this one, I don't know why. It's only like 15 bucks on eBay, but oftentimes these can be 50 to 100. Not a whole lot at this store. I really don't like thrifting on weekends. I don't think they stock as much. I never find as much on weekends, but we're doing it for the buttons today. I haven't paid for it yet. I have to get my wallet. So this is the second store where I had to ask for a button. They didn't just offer it, but we got a tractor added to my collection. My shirt's getting very heavy. We are in Toma. So I've been to hundreds of Goodwills across the country, maybe thousands, and I think this is the smallest one I've ever seen. So we've got Sony Walkman, $3.99. I didn't look it up, usually they're 30 to 50 bucks. And we've got this Sennheiser wireless earbuds. It says that there's a new battery with it. Should be about 60. So people in Toma must be really lazy. Let me get Goodwill in the background. People in Toma must be really lazy because their pin, the thing that symbolizes their city, is sawing logs. All they do is nap here. Now it seems like we're just hitting Goodwill after Goodwill and it's just quick and easy. What you don't realize is we've been on the road for what feels like 3 days. It is pretty much, other than the two stores that were right next to each other, we're like 45 minutes to an hour and a half drive between each store. And we're in the store for like 10 minutes. I'm so sore. I didn't think sitting would be such hard work. We made it to La Crosse, right next to a Big Lots that's closing. Found a mini solo stove for 6 bucks. They're like 40 on eBay, like 100 new. I haven't decided if I'm gonna sell it or keep it. Typical Chicago Bears fan, nothing in there. Had a bit of a scare there. She didn't have any buttons, but she called the manager up and the manager gave me one from the next register over. So La Crosse is a steamboat. We are in Onalaska, which is like 15 minutes away from the last one. So first find is this. I've never seen this one before, so I'm buying it for me. So we got a faucet here, 4 bucks. It seems to be new and it's going for about 30 to 40. They are listed higher though. No cheaper listings on it. This is a weird way to store your firewood. But also, why would you have different firewood for different months? I don't understand. This one's weird because the electronics section is an aisle, not the corner of the store. It's also a lot of electronics. I wish Goodwills had more. I think they recycle up here. NCW recycles most of the electronics they get in. I wish they had more. It's weird how nobody has acknowledged my pins today. A lot of the stores, they don't even offer it. I have to ask for it. I don't know if it's just this side of the state or what, but when I was in the Fox Valley, I would have 3, 4, 5 pins, and each time the cashier would get super excited to see them all. Right now, I'm covered, and they don't even acknowledge it. Oh, by the way, Onalaska is a fish. I really prefer the ones that are like specific to a local area. Like Ashwaubenon has our airport, or Plover, it has the potato masher, or what else? Stevens Point has a sign for their green circle bike thing. Those I think are the best. Manitowoc has the ship because they make like ships and submarines there. I think those are my favorite ones. Ones that, and maybe the fish has some significance to here, or you know, the sawing wood, but I feel like that could be said for most of the state. There was a lot of logging in Wisconsin and a lot of fishing in Wisconsin. Maybe there's something specific about this place that I don't know about, but my favorites are the ones that are really special to that area, especially when it's a custom thing, like the football to Green Bay, and that's West High School's colors. The football is obviously relevant to Green Bay, but it's just like a generic clip art picture. The ones that someone had to create specifically for, like the airport, that is the tower of our airport, or the potato masher. Those ones are the best. I don't think we're gonna be able to hit the target today. I just put the last 4 of the day in the map, and it's 3 hours of driving, which would get us to 7 o'clock, an hour before they close. So stops and store time needs to be less than an hour. All right, that was a long drive. We are in Eau Claire. All the aisles in this one are really empty. Oh, that was almost bad. Almost all of this time and money wasted. They didn't have any. All the employees looked around. They went in the back and looked. I said if an employee has one, I will buy it from them. But apparently the employees weren't allowed to take them until after it's all over. As we're walking out, as failed disgraces, Christiana found one on the table sitting right outside the door. So
we walked right past it. We didn't even have to go in.
We're good so far. But that gives me a very bad feeling for tomorrow because we have 6 stores we have to hit tomorrow.
Yeah, and the employees are allowed to start getting them tomorrow, it sounds like.
But if an employee gets it first thing in the morning, I'll pay 10 bucks for one, and I'm sure they'll happily take 10 bucks for it. Oh, I forgot to show what I bought. I couldn't find anything in the store, so I bought 5 bucks for this ornament. It's a limited edition Christmas in July ornament. We are in Lake Hallie, which is just outside of Eau Claire. It was about a 10-minute drive. So I'm gonna do a quick in and out. I'm really nervous about tomorrow because today's technically the last day. The ones out here, they're all in aisles for their electronics instead of the back corner. All right, I got one. I did have to ask for it. Oh, I didn't find anything in there. But she bought a snack. I didn't have to ask for it, or I did have to ask for it, but she gave me a handful of them, and I said, oh, I just need one. And she's like, no, you're fine. So I left the rest of them on the little table in this one, the same place we found the one at the other store. So hopefully if someone is in desperate need at the end, they can get one there.
It's weird to me that the other one was completely out, and this one just had so many extras. She's like, take them. Take them all.
Yep. Oh, we are skipping Menominee just because of time. We might be able to hit it tomorrow, but I do have that pin that I got in Menasha, one of the stores. One of the stores I got the Menominee pin, so I will still have all the pins. If there's time tomorrow, we'll see about maybe hitting that store though. All right, this is the furthest from home for us, Rice Lake, Wisconsin. So we are in a huge rush, so on the quick walkthrough, I didn't see anything, so I grabbed this off-brand Game Boy. Maybe fun to throw on my desk and play with. So, got one here. It's a bike. We have time to get to Menominee, about 20 minutes to spare. But the check engine light on the car came on, so we have to stop at AutoZone first, and we'll see if we make it. We're gonna get there with 8 minutes to spare. Check engine light's still on. I had him look at it, AutoZone, run the code, and he said I can drive it, but don't delay, bring it in ASAP. And when I told him that I have to drive to Green Bay, he said, oh. So he said if the check engine light starts flashing, pull over immediately. And I'm also gonna get really bad gas mileage. This is turning out to be an expensive trip. We made it to Menominee. They close in 3 minutes. I basically just walked in and the guy looked at me with fear on his face. And I said, I know you're about to close. I just need to say I was here. All right, so we made it to the hotel in Eau Claire and check out how many pins I have. This is awesome. The jingle. Are you proud of me?
Yes.
I'm like a decorated general, almost a general. I need 6 more medals.
We can do it. We just hope that none of those 6 gave out all of their pins already.
And so far I haven't missed one. Lacrosse was close because I don't think that's it.
No,
One of them.
Eau Claire was close.
Eau Claire, was that it? That one was close, but we found one. And Green Bay didn't have any, but I found someone who has one. And for the price of a drink, I'm getting it. So I have to go collect on that tomorrow, probably. It is 7:30. We're about to hit the road. First store is about an hour and a half away and opens in about an hour and a half. So hopefully no car trouble, and hopefully all the stores have pins. We are at Rib Mountain now. Hopefully they have pins. Because remember, yesterday was supposed to be the last day. I got so excited. It was just a cup. So I got this Panasonic pencil sharpener, $3.99, worth about 30 bucks. A couple of things that were close. This Villaware cookie maker. Unfortunately, this one is only like 30 bucks. They want 8, and it's gonna be pretty expensive to ship. And then this Wolfgang Puck pressure oven is selling for like 100 bucks, but it looks like it's gonna be a pain to ship. So it's not a terrible one, but I'm gonna let it go. Yes, still have pins. Skiing at Rib Mountain. Check engine light turned off, which is a good sign considering we're about to drive in the middle of nowhere. We also have to get gas. So I was told and did a ton of research on the code for the check engine light, and it sounds like a main symptom of that is it runs really rough, and it has been running perfectly fine since it came on. So hopefully, I didn't even think to reset the code when I had the OBD on it, but hopefully we're good for the rest of the trip. All right, next we're at Dollar Tree. Well, I guess we should go into the Weston Goodwill. This one has a weird layout, a little out of the ordinary from the others. All right, 10 bucks for a VCR. This is going for about 40. Also, remember these? Anybody been around long enough to remember that brand? So far, so good. So this one and the last one are the only two left that are in like a city. It's a smaller city. It's the Wausau area, but those are the two that I feel like get the most traffic and could potentially run out. The next three, the last three, are in small towns in the middle of nowhere, so I feel like they're not going to run out because they're not going to get a ton of traffic in the store. These are the two that I was worried about. However, the other thing is, if a store happens to be out, my thing was I was going to go on Reddit and post in the local subreddit and see if anyone got one and I can buy it from them and pay them to ship it to me and everything. This is the only town that's going to have a subreddit. The other three stores are small towns in the middle of nowhere, so that's going to be tougher. Also, look how empty my trunk is. I hit like a third of these stores when I was doing the Fox Valley and filled the trunk. And it's just because I'm just going in, especially today, grab one item and go. Because we want to get through all of them before they run out of pins. So we're not buying a lot. We are at the northernmost store in Rhinelander. And here's my daily pineapple today. This one might be one of my favorites. It's the Hodag. You might have to Google what that is if you're not from the area. So they were very eager to get rid of the pins. She gave me like, losing some, 15 of them maybe. So I'll have to do some sort of giveaway with them. I asked for a couple. She gave me a handful and said, is that enough? Oh dear. It's cheap, it's only $1. So we are at another Dollar Tree. Just kidding. It's Goodwill in Anago. This couch is awesome. I can get a Menards mug. Are Stanley Cups still popular? Is this the right color? So I got the Menards mug. I'm just gonna put it in the garage for like pencils and screwdrivers and stuff. It's kind of neat. And there really wasn't much else. There was a lot of stuff in there, and I probably could have found a bunch if I did some digging. But I got my pin. It is an ATV. Last one, store number 27, Shawano. I saw a bag full of pins at the front counter, so we're good. Hey, another cereal bowl. Fruit Loops. For you, that was probably just like 20 minutes ago, but for me, I think that was like 3 days ago. This is Taylor Swift, right? I think Lover is one of her albums. I'm pretty sure this is Taylor Swift. So I just watched a thrift school video and he said these are worth like 40 bucks. I have no signal, so I can't look it up. And oh, okay. I can't look these up. I might need to get a cart. So we've got a steamer here, 10 bucks. It looks brand new, looks like it's all there. Selling online for about 100. And then we got a hard drive here for $4, selling for 35.
Excuse me.
And she found the hard drive.
Thank you.
Hey, look, it's Taylor Swift again. I just looked this up and no surprise, it's worthless. The cashier did not care at all that I hit them all. But then as I was bringing the cart back in, there were 2 employees who were super excited and one took a picture of me. So that got me what I needed. So now we're having dinner or lunch at a lighthouse. So the Green Bay East pin is the one that I don't have. I posted on Facebook. A buddy of mine ended up getting one before they ran out. And so he told me he would give it to me if I buy him a drink. Well, I don't have the kind of time to wait until then. So I'm just going to give him $5. I'm heading over to his store now. He said he's left it there for me. So I'm going to give him $5. I'm actually going to give him one of the extra Rhinelander pins. And next time I hang out, I'll probably end up buying him a drink anyway. But that'll have me complete. Then we'll do a recap. And we are complete. Green Bay has got the zippin' pippin'. I now have all 27. So that's it, 27 stores. It was so much driving. It was a ton of fun though. I found some great stuff. Most of it's getting listed on eBay. Some of it's going to my house. My favorite store, I think, is still a toss-up between Nina and Grand Chute. My least favorite store, I don't remember what it was, maybe Eau Claire, whichever one I said earlier had the emptiest shelves I'd seen. And runner-up was that really small store. I wasn't a big fan of that. But being the weekend, you don't find as much on the weekend, so that was probably a factor as well. So that's all I got for this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are still watching, I'm going to be doing a Whatnot stream with some brand new NFL youth apparel tomorrow. That's going to be Tuesday. Today, actually. Hold on. I forgot when I'm uploading this. Today, Tuesday the 20th. And then I might do another one with some Amazon liquidation on Thursday night. We'll see. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Here is a close-up of all the pins so you can see what they are if you missed it on the video, or if I forgot to show it. There's some really cool ones in here. I still think that's my favorite. That's my second favorite. That one might be third.